Days go by so fast. Well, there goes Patty Tats. Everybody's neck goes spastic. What's up, poker cat? You look fanny pack-tastic. The Amazon's so lively. I'm looking out for Ivy. If you stake me in the main, I'll sell some pieces. Someone buy me. Everyone knows that this time is special, but no one can tell you why. Let's go colluding some that super satellite. Sell some jars in the hall by the bathroom lines. Kessler's vouchers, $3 he can't eat tonight. World Series on. Man, I can't wait to go. It's so far on ESPN. Poker news got tickets for the seniors events. The Daniel Hunters are six of the outer end. World Series on. Man, I can't wait to go. Man, I can't wait to go. Having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of decline. An immoral or corrupted person to deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally. Man, I can't wait to go. Rosie says I got 12 for free. Staring at cameras, not like electric screen. I'm on the run from the prohibition by the police. Rosie, man, I can't wait to go. Sleepy doggies out by Reed. Let's welcome back all our friends from Team SCP. Maybe I'll win the TJ Massive lottery. Rosie, man, I can't wait to go. Man, I can't wait to go. Man, I can't wait to go.
What is up, my friends?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're having fun.
Oh, well, I'm here at the kids' house. I'm going to go out on the back deck. Hold on.
All right.
Because everybody's waking up. We're trying to have breakfast. And I went, oh, shit. I'm supposed to be out here right now.
Yeah, I was trying to get this thing done before I jumped on, but I didn't quite get it. So.
Well, that's okay because, I'd like to say I was waiting for you, but I wasn't.
You weren't. What the
Sorry,
heck?
Cal.
Usually you're texting me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, shit. Dude, I went to sleep at 6:30 yesterday night and got up at just before 7 this morning. Ooh, Vegas tired.
So today's schedule is one thing, Sherry. The
Dun, 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 dun.
WSOP main event, 12 p.m. I like that they're going old school and going back to the 12 p.m. start for the main.
Amen.
That's kind of nice.
Amen.
And it is nice that they don't play a million hours in the main too. So that's also
Well,
really
it's
great.
so good for those people that, are their first time. They can grind out a day and not 12-hour days. So that's kind of nice.
So if you want to blow your brains out, just tune into the coverage of day one. Oh my gosh, it's
Really
the worst. I don't know. I can't do it, Sherry. I want to do it, but I can't do it.
I hear
end
you.
up falling asleep. Usually that's a good sign that something's really interesting, but with this, it was just kind of a bad deal.
Well, I guess they're gonna televise it and then they'll learn from it, right? Maybe they'll just do the last 2 hours of it instead of the whole day. I don't know.
So our day 2 chip leader is way lower. The first day chip leader was 389,000 in chips.
Nice.
Second day 1B is only got 287,000 in chips.
Wow.
So for those of you that don't think you can build a stack on day 1,
and you start out, the starting stack for those that may not know is 60,000. So that's quite a nice spin up for those folks.
Yeah, 287,000 is on day 1B. and 287,000 on day 1A would have put him in fourth place, just ahead of Doug Polk. So quite a bit of a drop.
Right.
Um, to so basically, that's pretty interesting. If Doug Polk had played on day 2, he would be second in chips.
Right. Right.
Him. So anyway,
Right.
kind of interesting. Julian Martini, four-time bracelet winner, has 286,000 in second place. Our
Nice.
buddy Johnny Chan, Hall of Famer, ran up a big stack, 218,000 in chips.
Whoop, whoop.
Greg Raymer, 23rd spot on day 1B, 201,000 in chips. Chris Brewer, I'm sure he's got to be up there in Player of the Year, and this would be a big jump for him.
Yeah. Yep.
48th place on day 1B with 173,000. And Jeff Lissandro, your buddy,
Yes.
149,500
him.
chips. Andy Frankenberger, 145,000 in chips. He's just under 100th in
Nice.
place there. Dietrich Fast, 133,000. Asi Moshi, my buddy from Israel, I think this is him. Yeah. He has, let me see, Asi. I just lost it. Gosh darn it. Let me go back.
Okay.
I did Asi Moshi, four-time bracelet winner. I mean, I've been playing with him for a long time. Great guy. Always fun, good attitude at the tables. 131,300. Obviously, an absolute killer with four World Series bracelets.
I think the man can play.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so Jeremy Ween there in 179th with 109,000. David Bach, he hasn't made a lot of noise lately this year, I don't think. But he's a three-time bracelet winner, 193rd place with 106,000 in chips.
Nice.
Let me see his caches this year.
After you do that, do me a favor and peruse the top 50 and tell me how many females.
He's
I
got.
noticed you.
He's got. So yeah, I will. David Bach has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 caches in the World Series this year. His problem is they aren't very big
Nice.
caches. 3K limit hold'em 6-handed came in 8th. That was only worth 14K, and that's his biggest cache at the World Series. A lot of $2,000 caches and one $7,000 cache. But yeah, just not enough to get it done. I'm sure with as much as he plays, he's got to be in the hole, because I think he plays the big events. Amanda Botfield is in 96th place, by the way.
She was actually a chip leader for a long time yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that, actually, now that you mention it. Okay, so top 50. Let's just scan this really quick. Ron. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Can you? Okay. Can you hear me? Because you cut out.
Yeah, I just see one in the top 50. That would be Martino in
Okay. Thank you.
49th. So yeah.
Appreciate that. I just was curious, and of course, I'm vacationing now. I'm not looking at any of that stuff right now. But I want to tell you a story from yesterday, which I think is just worth repeating, and I know you will appreciate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yesterday As you know, I go to the airport. It's a shit show. I got some rando guy flipping me the bird when I'm sitting just on my space, with you yesterday, and get on the airplane. I'm Vegas exhausted. I doze off. Okay, as soon as I get on the plane, within 30 seconds, I'm out. Sometime later, I wake up. I'm like, oh, let me see who's on spaces. I see Elle is on has her own space going, so of course I want to support her, and I get on there, and we're talking, and they're asking about where to go watch fireworks. So I text in the chat, South Point Park and Deck, because I didn't think that my reception, like I wouldn't be able to speak because I'm in the air and my reception wouldn't be good. So I just type in the chat. So she says, Sherry, can you come up and talk to us about where to go watch fireworks? I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I get on there and I'm like, hey, I'm in the air, so I can't talk very loud. And I'm whispering, right? And because I'm on the plane and whatever. So we talk about fireworks. And then, I make a joke about how probably the first female on spaces to be chatting on a space from 20,000 feet. And we joke about Snoop Dogg's the first guy and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you hear, flight attendants prepare to take off. We're clear to take off.
Oh no.
This whole time I thought we were in the air. We had not even left the ground, Brian.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. So funny. I said, where is Brian? He needed to hear this story.
That's crazy.
ASG. What you got for us, ASG?
What up? How are you guys?
Good morning.
Morning or afternoon or whatever, depending on.
Wherever you're at.
Yeah. So, just wanted, yeah. So the television the coverage, whatever. They wait until pretty much dinner break to start the coverage, and then I don't know about how they're choosing the feature table stuff. Like day one kind of made sense in the first part, doing Jamie Gold since he's the one who did the shuffle up and deal.
Right.
But yeah, my opinion, day one's the time to get all the characters and the crazies. So, like, not try to put in the professionals. It seemed like day two they were putting in their, I think they were putting in their own people in their feature
Yeah,
table.
like their favorite friends.
Yeah, like they put in, I don't know who that guy was. That was their person spilling the Red Bull in the first table, and
Oh, he plays at Hustler Live a lot. I can't think of his name, but I know who it is. As a matter of fact, it's hard for me to watch when he plays because when he talks, his voice is sort of like nails on a chalkboard for me. So I typically can't watch when he is playing Hustler. But he's a great poker player, nice guy. I know exactly who it is, and I can't think of his damn name.
Mickey P or something. Not no, not
No,
P.
no, no, no.
Mikey D or something. I don't know. It was one of
Oh, it
those
might be
like
Mikey D.
it
Oh,
was one
that's
of those like nicknames and then an initial type person.
yeah. He's
And
a
then
nice guy for sure.
the second segment was like Mitzi, who was like on their high noon interviewing people normally. So yeah, it just seemed like they were just picking their friends to be on the feature table. And then I'm
Yeah.
looking at around who's day two, and I'm like, hey, they got this Cuz guy. That should be the guy who's on the feature table. He's the
David Buckner, friend of mine. Love him.
yeah, he's a fun guy. Like that. That's
Yes.
what day one should be about.
Yes. He is so much fun. Did you see the video the other day about him calling out a guy in the men's bathroom for not washing his hands? Did you see that?
Yeah, I think that was a clip from. Oh, I thought that was a clip from yesterday. I didn't realize that was an
I,
older.
Look, I don't know. It probably was yesterday. It was in the last couple of days. I honestly, I don't know when I'm watching anything because
Yeah,
I've been so
yeah, it's
tired.
fair, fair enough. But yeah, exactly. So So I'm like, oh, I think that's what I saw to say, oh, he's in this day. So yeah, he should be on the feature table. Like he's that
Yes.
type of guy.
He keeps it real. Stevie Buckner keeps it real.
Yeah, like so. I don't know about who's in 1C, but 1D is usually when you get all the celebrities. So we'll see if any of them are part of the feature table coverage.
Well, I'll tell you what, now that software said what he said, I may not go back and watch those. I may just save my time for the last days.
Oh, it
Well,
was a yawn fest, guys.
Ugh.
I mean, if you want to realize that there's still people who think Ace King is a drawing hand and won't 3-bet with Ace King, it's fun to see that those people still exist.
Well, the thing is, you just never know what you're going to get with the main event. I mean, although I will say that
Right.
they typically walk around and watch the tables and then they pick a table if they don't. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're looking for like the big name, but like I was at a table once where, and obviously I was the big name. No, I'm just kidding. And we were
Of
just really
course.
lively and having fun. I mean, there was a couple well-known people there and whatever, and they were going to move us to the feature table, but they decided not to. So like they were walking around and like scoping it out and seeing, what tables were kind of active and things like that. But
Right.
I just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like it's a tough deal. I think that they need user generated content is what they ultimately need. This stuff, like, look, if they can't capture my attention with it, like that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I hear you.
Like for the casual viewer is never watching this, which is okay.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying like day one is not to watch good poker. Like that, it's never gonna.
Yeah.
You need some personalities. You need a Tony G.
Yeah.
And they could kind of do it. Like one thing that they could do that I was thinking about is like they need more of the story. So you're just being dropped in
Yes.
there with no context of what's going on or who these people are or any of that.
Yeah.
So for one thing,
Yes.
like Jamie Gold, they've got like plenty of prepackaged videos for Jamie Gold. Like, and by the
Yeah.
way, they all know, oh, Jamie Gold's going to play this year. I need to
Yeah.
draw
I
him.
was surprised they didn't get Raymer for 1D.
Like they could build like prepackaged things for a lot of these people.
Yep.
And then people that are unknown, like they know walking around, oh, we moved this guy to the feature table. He could be a talker, like 80%, right? Some people are a talker not up there, and then once they get the cameras, they shut up, so they don't know that good. But they could bring these people in on a break and do a little interview with them, you know, have a little
100%.
food, right? Have a restroom that they can use really quick so they're not like whatever. Give them a little snack and interview them, like
Yeah.
like they could find like 5 or 10 minutes to do that and it would be no problem.
I agree. I think that's a great idea.
And then they could spend a half an hour editing that and then show it, but like that's what's missing because poker isn't about like televised poker shouldn't really be about like this guy checks and what a great play it was or what a crappy play it was. Like nobody cares about that. Everybody wants the story behind and the emotion and like wow, this guy's here, his kid. I think they did do one where they were talking about oh his kids bought him in and this and that and you know
Yeah.
it's just like that's what people want to see, like and hear.
For sure.
Yeah, because unless you're in the poker world or even keep a pulse on social media in the poker world, you're not going to know the back history of, the guy that spilled the Red Bull is a
Yeah.
hustler guy. You're
Yeah.
not going to know that Jackie is, a social media guru and her accomplishments and. Yeah, unless you're part of it, you don't know it. And so, if you're trying to get the lay audience to watch, you've got to give that background to keep their attention.
But if you want to know somebody the lay audience might know, besides Raymer, Raja, who just satellite in, said he had Robbie J. Lou at his table. They would know who she was.
Right. Because it was
Yeah,
all over the news.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they would have had a story to talk about
That's
too.
right.
Yeah.
100%.
So,
100%. Well, just an update, Brian. We leave here in about 45 minutes to go to Glacier National Park. So I don't know if I'm going to have reception at all out in the wilderness, but
oh no,
if I do, I will be on. And we just are there until what is today, the 5th? So 6, 7, 2 days. So when I get back on the 8th, that's not a problem.
yeah.
So it'll be spotty the next 2 days, but just want to give you a little heads up.
Well, that sounds good.
Oh, also in the Player of the Year standings, we were talking about it before. Brewer is in second right now.
Oh, nice. He moved up to second.
Yeah, number one is a guy who's been making a lot of deep runs. I think they said his only final tables technically were online, but he's just been making a lot of deep runs scattered around.
I think your mic has a lot of wind there.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting out on the deck. I don't have any choice right now. Is it really horrible? Because then I could just let me
It's
just
better
fight.
now. I think you turned or something.
Okay.
It was
All
like
right. I'll try to like cover up with a pillow, maybe block it. Any two cards? What you got for us this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, I'm alive. That's good. But always I work
Amen.
super early, and sometimes I have my little transition period, catching your bearings for the.
you're gonna play, right? Right, any two? You're breaking up. Maybe we lost you.
Oh, we might have lost him. Go back out
Hear
and
me
come
now?
back in, bud.
There
Can you
you
hear
are.
me now?
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was saying I'm catching my bearings because the kids wake up and all that stuff. But no, I'm not playing. I wish I would love. I'm having the biggest withdrawals in the world, but I mean, it's hard to get the kids and the wife out. We both work, so the time off. And next year, I think I'll plan it to where I come right before. Then I can, if I make it, I can stay. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no, it's hard. It's hard with the kids and the fam and. Got to
Well,
make a vacation,
Well, the good news is that it's not the last one, so there's plenty
Yeah,
more ahead, brother.
I know. But you have a wonderful time at Glacier. I think me and Brian were talking about this on a different space. It is by far my favorite national park,
Oh, I
better
love
than
it.
Yellowstone.
Now
Because,
I'm gonna go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I don't think you will have reception because there's literally two roads that cross
Yes, yes,
like a bullseye type of thing,
yeah. I've
which is
actually been there before, but go
oh
ahead for
yeah.
other people.
Yeah, for other people it's so beautiful. It's so green, It's like, Yellowstone is beautiful in its own ways too, but it's a little drier, right?
Right.
The landscape's just a little different, but also beautiful. But yeah, I love Glacier. That's phenomenal.
This is how I surmise it. Glacier has the mountainous areas and the views that are just majestic. They're just gorgeous, majestic. I disagree with you. I love Yellowstone more because I'm a photographer. So I'm all about going to find the animals. And, the last time I was there, I hunted 2 days to get some photos of
My
some
thing might be
moose.
cutting out. I didn't hear a word you said. Can you
Uh
guys
oh.
hear me? Could anybody else hear Sherry? Maybe I do need
I
to go
could
out.
hear
I
Sherry.
can hear Sherry. Yeah.
Oh, so it must be me then. I'm so sorry, but you were saying how beautiful it was and stuff.
Yes, I love it, but I had to disagree with you. I like
Golly.
Yellowstone more because I'm a photographer. And so I love taking pictures of the animals, and I will hunt for 2, 3 days to find a moose if I have to. Oh, we lost him, so I'm not going to repeat it. But anyway, So yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. Donna, what you got for me? I'm glad you came back. You're giving me a complex.
Oh, stop it, you silly moo. I'm on school run and I've got
I
32%
knew.
left.
Look, I knew you were. I'm just poking fun at you this morning. I sent her a message saying, "Why did you leave again when I showed up?" Oh, I'm glad you're well, ma'am. I'm glad you're well.
You're sounding a lot better.
I do. I do. I just poking at you this morning. Let's try to get any two cards back up here.
How's the kids? They all right?
Everybody's doing crazy. It's a little crazy this morning, and we're trying to get everybody's tired, right? And because they were out late last night, and so we got to get our stuff. Everybody's making their last minute packing for this little trip here because we all came into town, so we had to unpack to repack and whatever.
Yeah.
So, but they're doing good. I'll tell them you said hello, love.
Yes, please.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, Cody's Cody's entering the main event today.
Sweet. Good luck to Cody.
Yeah, and I think Rob's doing tomorrow.
Awesome. Good luck to
But
Rob too.
Rob's on a heater at the moment.
Is he? What's he
Yeah,
playing?
he's casting quite a few things. I mean, he were at Aria last night at Alan Keating's meetup. But I know
Right.
he's casting quite a few tournaments that he's played. So
Awesome.
he's doing really well.
Good for him. He's on a roll. How exciting.
Yeah.
Now, if
And I
he'll
said,
just cash that main event, that would just be the icing on the cake,
yeah.
right?
Cody was in the pool for the first time in a long time yesterday.
Oh,
So that was beautiful to see.
I'll have to go look at his Twitter. I'm just out of touch, honestly. I have not kept up. I need to go look.
Yeah, that was so nice to see. He said he was going to rest up because he's got WSOP today. So sending him all this run good that I can muster.
Amen. Amen. Good luck to everybody. I mean, you just want anybody that you know to win it, right? Because it's just more fun when you know them personally.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely more fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Poker Pro Eric, I see you just showed up, but I'm sorry for yelling at you yesterday. It just was not a good time to poke at Sherry. So, sorry, bud.
I did hear the last bit of you too. The Yellowstone is beautiful in its own ways with the waterfalls and the thermal spots. But the one thing I was gonna jump in on the whole coverage real quick is just they can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was just gonna say what they should do. I know like the filming and stuff would be hard to do all that, but they don't need to do that. They should find characters that are there early, right, and throughout, and they should just get some backstory and then do some interviews, and then just like small interviews like Brian was talking about, even where Jeff Platt just pulls them off for a little bit. Then you get to know some of their little backstory, and then if they did run deep, you'd have some follower interest because you
Yes.
got some background. So that would be an easy thing to
Yes.
do, which would be awesome.
Absolutely. 100%. So hopefully it'll evolve to that. This year, the fact that they're doing more broadcasting of it live, I think is awesome. They just got to keep tweaking it and hopefully evolving every year.
So is there still going to be like a week of edited coverage later?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. If
Okay.
that,
I wasn't sure since like it says CBS, and the last time I watched anything, it was on ESPN, and it was
yeah,
like a whole, almost mini series of leading up to the final table. Even
right, right. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. Honestly, I think the good thing is that they keep trying to evolve. They do listen to the audience's opinion, and I think that's always a good thing. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see how it evolves for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Like where it? Do you even know? Like, is there like a CBS Sports channel? Like, where is the like the Lon and Norm type coverage gonna be?
Good question. I have not looked that up yet. Good question.
Okay, I don't know how long they've been on CBS. If it was like that last year or the year before or anything like that, it's been quite a few
I
years
want
since
to
I watched
say
the main event.
I want to say it was on CBS last year. For some reason, I have that in my head. That they were on CBS last year, and it may have been the first or second year that it was on CBS, but I could be making all that shit up too.
Like CBS, like network television,
Not live, recorded, pre-recorded.
but
CBS
like
Sports.
TV.
It's
There you
on
go.
their CBS Sports network.
There you go.
oh, there's a CBS Sports network.
Yeah. I don't know that if it's cable or just stream or what, but I
Yeah, I
know
don't know.
it was on there last year. Obviously, not as great as having it on ESPN, but
Right on.
yeah.
Right on.
So yeah.
Because that really leads to the question of like how many recs are really going to be watching the coverage if it's not going to be on that kind.
I
Yeah,
think it's like a slippery slope, right? Because we as poker players, we want to see it right away, and they can't, do a package for us. ESPN was willing to broadcast a long period of time. CBS is not. They want it in, pre-recorded so they could blah. Um, so everybody that really cares about poker is already going to be watching it live in person, or they're going to be watching on Poker Go. So by the time it gets to CBS, the only people that are really going to watch it probably are people that are just curious about the world of poker, or they're just novice poker players, in my opinion, anyway. I'll watch it, and some of people that are in the poker world will watch it just out of curiosity, right? And I love Lon and Chad, and so I will watch it, but I just think that it's so far after the thing has happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just interesting after the fact because like when ESPN had at least the last couple of years, it was on like whatever their version of ESPN Plus
Right.
was at the time online, and then they did the edited coverage. But like now, it's like you got to be a pretty hardcore poker fan to want to subscribe to a service that just to pay for watching poker content. Like that's really niche.
I'm just going to tell
Like
you
I don't
that
know how many subscribers they have.
I'm just going to tell you that I've been a member of Poker Go since it started. And then they were having so many issues, I canceled my subscription, and they asked me why I did. And I told them, you guys just have too many issues. Every time I try to watch something, you're kicked out. You never get to watch it. And then they contacted me again and said, okay, we think we have fixed it. So I re-upped my subscription, and I've had it ever since. And I'm just going to tell you, for me, I use it as a teaching tool. I use it to watch for tells. I use it to watch to see how a player plays and practice. For me, it's practice. When I'm watching it, I'm counting stacks. I'm counting, who's doing what in what position. And, I use it as a learning tool for me anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's interesting to see, how people are playing and get to see the unedited. But I just can't do it, honestly. Like day one is just a disaster
Oh, that's
to
funny.
watch.
Which, if it's a disaster and it's a shit show disaster, we will watch it.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
We will watch it with our friends. Oh,
Yep. I would definitely be
all
there.
right. Good morning, Bobby. How'd it go, buddy?
I always watch to see who's doing what in what position. Hello.
We were talking about porn
Is this
yet.
Poker Pro Eric? No, I'm just kidding.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well.
We are. Thank you.
Funny.
Well, Bobby, I could have asked what your favourite position was, but I'm not going to do that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Donna. I don't think I've had a bad one in my entire life. So
Hey, whoa, ball shika wah wah. Oh, how's your poker going, bud?
we are 2 hours and 20 minutes away from playing the greatest tournament ever created. So I'm very much looking forward to getting out there and getting in the streets.
Very
How many times have you played, Bobby?
This will be number 3. We're 1 for 2 thus far. So
good for you.
Oh, there you go. How'd you do in the year you cashed? Did you just min cash?
yeah, I went into day fucking whatever the hell cash day was. We'll call it day 4, I think it is, with like 5.5 bigs, and then I found a double, and then right after I found a double, a little short stack, moved all in with a pair of deuces. I isolated with an ace 10 of clubs, standard spot with like 8 bigs, and the nerd behind me woke up with ace king and beat the shit out of both of us. So yeah, it was a min cash, maybe like 40 players away from a little tiny pay jump.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you get in the money, the pay jumps are so slow. You know, it's like there's just the pay structure is so flat until the end. You know.
Yeah, and that was the year I had the just awful first table with Hunican and Lang and Eliel Ezra and Toby Lewis. That was that year I
Lucky
cashed.
you.
Last year I played with a bunch of guys who deliver mail and shit, and it was a good start, but then I lost like midway through day 1 against some Russian cat. I lost like a 130 big blind pot with kings versus ace 9, all in pre, and it was it was unpleasant.
Brutal.
Yeah, I'll say this about the pros: they're sometimes more predictable. You can at least knock some range off.
Exactly.
Well, you can't trust like somebody that's not going to get what you're doing. You can't trust them enough.
Exactly.
So you end up in these situations where it's like it's sometimes you're right. It's easier to play against a pro that's
Although you play against a pro, you're like, they can't have 10-6 here. They wouldn't be calling with that.
Amen.
But you know, like, the other side of it is like Jason Kuhn in that hand last night, right? Like the board's like ace, king, 10. No, 8. He had pocket 10s, and the board has like 2 aces and a king, and I don't remember what else by the river, right? And like the guy makes like a quarter pot bet, not even that, probably he bets like 500 into like, you know, a 5,000 chip pot. Yeah, that was about it, right? And so Jason raises him to like 6,500 or something like that, you know. And the guy lays down his king, you know.
Hey, Bobby, what movie did you decide to watch last night?
Well, first of all, I got into a little spat with the leader of the circus 10, if you will.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so we were going back and forth for like 10 minutes or so. And after that, I was like, well, maybe I should just hit the hay because, you know, I already had my fun as far as that goes. So I put on some ASMR shit and went to bed.
Good idea. Stay off the spaces unless it's our space until you're done winning this shit, okay?
I don't know about that. I like the spaces. These are my people. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I just meant, no. Don't misunderstand. I mean, you don't need the drama before going into such a big tournament is my point.
Well, I'm 45. I embrace the drama. I mean, What is he going to
There you
tell me
go.
that I haven't already experienced? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, love it.
That's
Love it.
funny.
Well, listen, y'all, I'm getting the evil eye from 3 people that are ready to hit the road. So, have a great day, Bobby. Good luck. Love you, Donna.
Yeah,
Angie, any 2 cards, all of you that are in here, have a great day, Brian.
I got to tell you one thing though,
Yes,
Sherry.
sir.
PPE, he was doing his space and he let out some secret information that I should share with you guys.
Okay, go ahead before I go. Go.
He had Eden's room number at Bellagio. I don't think it's just it's a bit. He did have it. We were just laughing. I still don't think that.
Okay, I can't laugh at that because you and I witnessed this, Donna. I don't know who else was in here when all that was going on, and it's not funny if somebody did that, right?
No, he did not do that.
So I can't even laugh at that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
It's
no,
serious.
yeah. So yeah. Well, anyway, we were
Have a
just
good day, y'all.
all right. Talk to you later.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye.